Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
Like 10, like 10.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd and 1. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 50, check 50.
Hey, Charlie. Go. Come on, dude. I've got Mike Chin right here. Ready?
2nd and 6. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Got it.
Check, 59. Check.
Go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Ready, set. Hey, shoot.
Check right. Check right. Mike 59.
to me. Zipper.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's complete to Williams. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Ready? 70, Indy. Protein spill.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
61, matchbox lights.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Yep.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. Here's
Eckler to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Check 59, Mike is
from the gun on third down. Lawrence. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
on the set.
Mike 10, Mike 10. I'm going.
Hey, exit.
I'm going back to you. 10's the Mike. 10's the Mike.
From the gun, Lawrence. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. All day. Check.
Hey, Sam off.
25, check 25, check 25. Shift. Slam.
Yes. Ready?
He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's got this way down inside of New England's 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
All day, every day, any day. Check nickel.
They'll run here with Mack. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Let's put that team on the bus. Check three.
Check 52. Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the shit.
Now.
Again, it'll be Mack. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd
tackle.
Go. Get it.
They'll run it with Mack, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. Got his man. It's Williams. That one good for 26 and a first down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
20! And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood! You're out.
Check safety. Watch twist.
Look at me. Door. Hit it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 58, boys. 58. Let's go.
Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58.
Hey, my 7.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Man, I got you. 58's the mic.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And some room to work. And there he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Austin Eckler with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the boot.
Hey, Echo.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Stay with your man. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Get it.
2nd and 10. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
58, 58 is Mike. 58 is Mike, 58. 58 is Mike.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Look at me. Zipper.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Let's get it together, defense.
Greystone, travel. Let's go.
Back to throw here. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
He's not going to get me. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. And let's pin him in and go full strength. 58, boys, 58.
Bravo.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. 58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Check 9, check 9. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, hey, watch edge, watch edge. Watch out, watch out.
Hard, hard.
Check. Watch the safety creep.
Fight.
Looking to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
90 Wolf.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Hey, Charlie.
March 50, March 50, March 50.
Big River, Big River.
Now back to throw. It's Williams on the catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down.
Set. 8. Pilot, 64. Weak.
Tight on the right, tight on the right. No, no, no. Off, off, off.
Hey, zoom. Hit it.
They'll look to throw here. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Myers' kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Rock it. Bang, bang. Under 10, 10. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Go. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Go.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 52. Hey, let's get that hard. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. All day, baby, all day. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the car. Buzz. Hey, lock it. Check. Watch twist. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch safety creep. Hey, exit. Now.
2nd and 5. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Bam. Get it.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Check. Wide. Leo. Watch twist. Switch it, go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Team 6. 58 to Mike. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him. Hey, Sam off.
They'll look to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Go on, go on.
Check it backer, check it backer.
Kill.
6-6, pull it high. Deep rip.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll get this to Eckler. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. They'll look to throw here on first down. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
Let's go now.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Check a hot read. Kill. Check hot route. Hot.
Rush in. Look at me. Door. Let go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Here we go.
Yes.
5-2 is the mic.
5.
He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
15 line. 15 line.
All day, dog.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Good job.
Darius Slayton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
New Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag.
Hey, Alpha. Yo, go.
Mike 52.
Ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They're going to look to throw. And he connects with Ertz. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got it at the 15. They give him a gain of 37. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
58 to Mike.
No!
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 to the Mike.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
You better be ready. Don't be
Shut up.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Say. Check 52.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Preston Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Back to throw. Catch made by Slayton. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go! Hey, Delta, head Lobo.
We ain't giving up nothing today. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Hey, here I come.
Look at me, zipper.
Here I come.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 40. But he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Ready. 60 or. Hey, Steve 6. Rock it.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Check. check. Watch twist.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
36.
Tight dog. Now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Check.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Oh, let's go, D. That's what I'm talking about, D. That's what I'm talking about.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
SOS.
Check 24. Check.
Hey, wahoo.
He's checking.
Hey, lock it.
Scratch.
Look, squeeze. Get it.
2nd and 15.
Slam.
Johnson's got it complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Watch the slant.
Hey, Haywood.
No. Check that. We're going to
Go.
Back to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Check 4. Kill.
Leo.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Stop your whining.
Go.
Show it up.
Hey, switch gears.
Slam. Check for it.
Hey, Sam off.
Flare.
Hey. High 7. 5.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throwing right, and that's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
You think you gonna get this?
Check. Fresno.
Go.
Check 49.
Please grip.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 52. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Check 3. Check 50.
Switch.
You're out.
Whip.
Watch the whip.
Undercut.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll make this an 8-point game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent, they were able to make plays. 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 They were able to that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Let's go now. 8, read.
Two times.
This is a counter play. Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Prater on to add the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Smoke!
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. 58's the Mike.
Bravo!
You.
Yo, go!
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Come off the ball, hard. 58's Mike, 58.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
15-9.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for New England, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My financial don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Body, I doubt it. My homies know you. Break you down like a pound. I got it. Don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted. Flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for it. Love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like.